Hello, attendees of the IADC Asia Pacific HSE Conference. Greetings on behalf of the Drops Asia Steering Committee. We last met in person at the conference in Malaysia in 2019, where we showcased the first version of our virtual reality application. As so much has happened in the world, this seems a lifetime away. While we would have loved to meet with you in Bangkok in person, we are also excited to engage with you virtually. My name is Joachim van der Meulen, and I'm the Chapter Secretary for Drops Asia. I'm here with 7 students from the IADC PDEU Student Chapter from India, who are currently in a virtual internship in a collaboration with the IADC South Central Asia Chapter and Drops Asia. They will be presenting an update on behalf of Drops. Yes.
IADC PDEU Student Chapter was established on 28th of September 2020 in the presence of Mr. Mike Dubose, Vice President, IADC International Development, to be the only second IADC student chapter in India and 9th in the world. In a very short period of time, since its inception, IADC PDEU Student Chapter has marked its presence on the campus by conducting a series of lectures, workshops, technical skill enhancement seminars, as well as soft skill developing sessions. Our aim at IADC PDEU Student Chapter is to help the students bridge their academia industry gap and make them skilled and deployable in various facets of the industry.
Pandit Dindayal Energy University, or formerly known as Pandit Dindayal Petroleum University, has been established by Germany as a private university on 4th of April 2007 near Gandhinagar district of Gujarat. Its aim is to emerge as a world-class institution of excellence in energy education, research, and innovation, which will prepare and sensitize the youth and ultimately the society for a radical yet sustainable societal transformation.
The mission of PDEU is to provide diverse education and social opportunity as well as guidance for students to learn and develop skills to be successful in a global society. PDEU has been awarded Scientific and Industrial Research Organization SIRO, recognized by Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India.
We'll get back to the student chapter and the internship in a bit. Now, we would like to give you an update of what the Drops Asia chapter has been up to in the past 2 years. Our main focus is to raise awareness for dropped objects in the WELS community and to stimulate the development and adoption of best practices and solutions. We do this through our social media channels, a cross-company network of subject matter experts supporting one another, and our virtual meetings.
If you are new to the subject or could use a refresher, the one document we highly recommend you read the Drops Recommended Practice Revision 2, released in March 2020. It sets out the basic requirement and minimum recommended practice for dropped object prevention that can be incorporated into existing company safety management system. This latest revision widens the scope of drops across operation and activities, including maintenance and equipment selection, and incorporates feedbacks to clear and concise minimum requirements.
Most of our virtual meetings are recorded and can be found on our YouTube channel. In February 2019, we held a webinar examining a series of incidents presented by Sea Drill, Sapura Drilling, and Shell. Statistics show that dropped objects remain the #1 case of high potential incident, and this trend has not changed much since. In March 2020, we held a webinar focusing on subject of failing safely with the use of red zone, as well as strategy to reduce dropped object from lifting operation by reducing lifting frequency.
Inspections are always a hot topic when talking about dropped object prevention. In our webinar on 11th of August 2020, we explored the subject from several angles, including types of inspections or surveys and what is best practice throughout the supply chain. reporting standards of drop inspections, digitalizations including the use of cloud databases, tablet and head-mounted computers, surveyor or inspector competency, remote inspections, and how the industry is responding to COVID-19 travel restrictions. In February this year, the chapter held a webinar focusing on the bow tie risk management while exploring the subject of using tools at height.
We were particularly impressed with the keynote by Afiza Anis, head of HSE at Petronas Karigari, who shared her perspective on the importance of preventing dropped objects. We really liked the presentation delivered by our colleagues at MIT Pune IADC Student Chapter, who summarized the key best practices in relation to drops inspection as a part of the internship assignment. The MIT Pune students also researched the subject of red zone management and machine learning, and will hopefully be presenting this in Drops Asia webinar in near future.
Following this event, we held our first virtual networking reception based on the virtual reality application we have continued to develop.
The virtual reality project is an effort to create a highly engaging training program focusing dropped object prevention that not only teaches the basic technical skills, but also significantly changes attitudes towards the subject. It is an effort to educate a new generation entering the workforce in a format that speaks to them. As students, this certainly is an interesting and novel approach to learn. In this publicly available example, visitors can inspect several containers that are about to be picked up. Upon closer examination, users will find out that there are lots of potential hazards, including unsecured cargo, loose debris, wrong lifting gear, and damage to containers. The learnings in this scenario are connected to DROP's recommended practice for cargo inspection.
As a part of our internship, we are learning about dropped objects from industry experts such as Ryan Buer from Vantage and Sagar Rawat from Seadrill. We are learning to create 3D models and environment from virtual reality. We will be applying our learnings and creating a scenario related to subjects similar to the one we are in now, and will be presenting this to industry at the end of our internship in August this year.
You will notice that we are in this app using an avatar. We are all connected from different locations while we are at home during lockdown in India using our smartphones or PC. Normally, as a part of our curriculum, we would be visiting a drilling rig during our course. Due to the COVID-19 lockdown restrictions, we are unable to do so. While this is a disappointment, we are glad we are able to visit a virtual rig in this application.
Besides training, we are also using this app to present, collaborate, and network. In this conference room, we have the ability to deliver basic presentation using a virtual projector. By taking a seat at one of the sofas, we can conduct a panel discussion also. As audience, you can raise your question by coming up to the soft box here. You can sit one of these tables and talk with each other without disturbing other tables.
After the presentation or panel discussion, you can come to the virtual exhibition where you can network with other participants by taking place at one of these cocktail reception tables. It is our pleasure to be hosting the networking reception of the IADC HSE+T conference in the Drops Forum app. Look out for a separate instruction video on how to get started with the app. We are looking forward to meet and learn from you at the virtual networking reception.